What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Queen Shania, and we are here with the first day of my challenge, which is the 14-day makeup looks for Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure I titled it a little bit simpler, but before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that follow button, and share this video. But yeah, you guys, we're about to do a look today. I'm gonna try to replicate it as best as possible, so let's get into it. Now, first things first, obviously we need to clean the skin, make sure it's oil-free, dirt-free, all that good stuff. I actually ended up washing my face really thoroughly not too long ago, so I only wanted to wipe down with just a nice cleansing wipe before getting started, just to not mess up my skin. So I've already done my bottom line makeup, all of the foundation, concealing, all that good stuff. I'm just going to focus on the eyes. And so the first step here is just me putting on some concealer, which I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm thinking this step might have been a little bit of a mistake, just because you'll see shortly that when I was trying to apply some of the other eyeshadows, it kind of got sticky in a couple places. But the main goal of this was just to have a solid base to really let that color kind of pop through. So yeah, I was just trying to pack that on there, and yeah, as you can see, putting some of this concealer on top of the foundation got a little sticky around the eyebrow area, so that made me a little sad. But here I am just cleaning up the edges and setting my face before putting on the color.
I don't know how she did this, y'all, but we gonna try to make this work.
So first I'm using my Profusion Cosmetics Blush 1 palette, using the shade Delight to start off as a transition from the eyebrow to the rest of the colors. I realized I probably should have used brown tones to make it a more natural look, but I also didn't want the browns to affect the pink look that I was going for, being that she and I are completely different complexions, so colors do matter starting off. So I went with it anyway, and I was definitely determined to make this look work. So bear with me, guys, it might be a little different. Next shade I used was the color Blossom. So I made sure to put this all over my eyelid, crease, everything. And I made sure to really pack it on there, being that this is the first shade of visible pink that you will be seeing. And it started off as like a nice transition shade into this darker ombre look that we're going for. And honestly, this was a full-on guessing game. I had no clue what color she actually used. Couldn't find a tutorial anywhere using this picture, but that's okay. I just made it work. Next, I'm using my Nikita Dragon palette by Morphe and using the color Sakura. I believe that is how you pronounce it. Forgive me if it is not. But I really liked how well this pink color came through. It was nice, bright, and full, and it really plays a difference with this look that we're trying to recreate. So I'm just making sure to really pack it on there, especially in my crease and on my eyelid, being that it kind of plays two roles to help with the transition tones, and also to be that bright pink color that you see on top of the lid where the shimmer will be going soon. Next, we'll be using ABG. Not sure what that stands for personally, but it's a more fuchsia color, and we're gonna use this in our crease to really start to bring down that tone in the middle where it looks almost like a I'm not sure, purplish pinkish type of situation there. But yeah, like I said, this is kind of a guessing game, but I do believe that these colors are starting to work well together to begin that phase. So yeah. Next, I'm gonna pack it in with Mama Dragon. This is like an eggplant purple color and perfect for this look that we're trying to go for. It's really bringing down the pink part and starting to transition nice and softly into the look she has, and definitely helps the lid to stand out as well. So far, happy. Next is my Profusion Mixed Metals palette using the shade Burlesque. I liked this one just because it did kind of look like she had almost like some form of brownish in there. I have no idea, but I do know that using the shade Burlesque probably got me as close as possible to what she has. So I definitely thought it was a good idea to add it in there. And I'm not sure if you guys can really see the difference it's making, but it certainly is starting to morph the shades into the tones that she's using. I added my Forever 21 palette using the only gray shade that I had in there. It doesn't come with a name, but I'm pretty sure it's part of their new collection based on the tones in it. The look she has does seem to have a bit of some grayish tones in the crease as well. So I wanted to pop that in there to make it as close as possible to what she had going on. And like I said, you know, some of the work was a little patchy based on the concealer and the foundation I used prior to. So I tried to really blend it out as hard as I could to give it that softer, non-patchy look. To emphasize my lid, I'm using my Forever 21 Love and Beauty blush. It did not come with a specific shade name, it just said plush. But I wanted to make my lid as pinky as possible and as close to as bright as hers was, so I really try to jam pack a lot of this on there. Next, I'm using my Love Appeal palette by Appeal Cosmetics. I actually got this from one of those boxes of randomized items that you can get for $12.99 a month. So this is my first time ever using this, and I used their brightest shimmery pink shade that they had in it. It did not come with a name, I'm so sorry. But I began packing this on the lid so that we can get that nice sparkly look that she has. And following right behind it, I'm using Estrogen from the Nikita palette and really packing that all on there. And it did have a lot of fallout, so here I am just kind of brushing it off my face because I really didn't want that to sit on there. Then I used my Hard Candy Look Pro palette using the shade Sweetheart. This was another pink shimmery tone. Frankly, I think it's actually a lot brighter and bolder than the one from the Love Appeal palette. That one was kind of just more bulky on the eye, like almost like it had mini stones in it. It just did not sit very well, a lot of fallout, so I used this one. Next, I'm using my Warrior 3 by Juvia's palette using the shade Candice. This is much darker than the shade Mama Dragon, so I wanted to be very gentle in putting this only in the corners to emphasize that purple pinky smoky eye, but not to make it too heavy that we lose the pink at all. And here I'm just wiping off the rest of that sparkly fallout that I may have missed the first time. Next, I'm using this sparkly shade called Illusion from the Wonderlust palette by Profusion Cosmetics. I'm not sure why I've been using so many Profusion palettes today, especially in this video alone. I didn't realize how many Profusion palettes I had, period, until this video, actually. So that was quite an interesting fun fact. And speaking of fun facts, I genuinely believe that my brother did not realize that I was recording where he was standing. So he's just in my video, and here's a little snippet of him genuinely not paying attention. So I find this quite funny and entertaining, to say the least. So here I'm putting on some of the final touches to this look, one being what I believe to be white underliner on the picture. I'm not sure if that's what she had on, but I went ahead and popped some on my waterline anyway. And frankly, this just did not work out very well. You could hardly see it, it didn't really stick, and I just kind of got fed up with it. Also from Nikita's palette, I'm using the shade Escort for the color underneath the eyelid. I'm not sure what spot you call this, but I went ahead, popped some of that on to really bring that out like she did. And to top this off, I added the shade Chill from the Wonderlust palette. I genuinely wish I knew where to find this tutorial, just because the color underneath her lid popped out so well, and I'm not really sure how well you could see it from mine. Next, I'm using Scandalized Retro Glam Mascara, And this one is one of my favorite mascaras that I have found so far. It really makes the lashes nice, thick, and full, but you also have to be very careful with this because it can get on any spot on your makeup very easily, just because the lash brush is so wide and full. So gotta be super careful with it. But it did make my lashes stand out so nicely. You can't really see it from the top just because of how thick the eyeliner is, but trust me when I say this is definitely a need in your daily makeup bag. Now I'm just popping on a pair of lashes. I do not remember which lashes these were, just because I did throw away the box to these ones. These were an individual set. But baby, these are magnificent. And on top of this, even though this is not at all part of the look, I decided to add my own touch of flair to this and put on some gold eyeliner. No idea what she used on her lips, but I know I don't have that shade in my arsenal, so I just kind of made a quadruple combination using my Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick in the shade Chocolate Cherries with a mix of NYX Lingerie Liply or Lipli 16, outlined by my Color Mates Longwear Lipstick in the shade Black Orchid, topped off by my e.l.f. Cosmetics Lip Gloss in the shade Love Bite. So I just meshed all of these together to look as close as possible to what she had without looking like a clown. And finally, you guys, I am topping this look off with my Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter in the shade Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I actually never got to use this despite the swatch marks that you see. I almost forgot I even had this. So this was the perfect look to bring it out finally. It complemented the eyeshadow colors so nicely and overall just brought this entire look together. So this is the final look, and despite not having a tutorial to follow, I definitely think that this look came in as a close second to what she had, and I certainly have no regrets here. I definitely gave this look my best shot, and it came out beautifully. So thank you guys so much for watching.